What if you could write music just by talking? Add a kick and snare, add a bass, add chords. Now play a double time breakdown. This music is actually just code, and if I change the code, it changes the sound of the music. It's called Strudel JS, and when I discovered it, my mind was completely blown. But how do I turn this into music that I can actually talk to? I mean, what even is this? The problem is, to write music like this, you need to know how to code and learn a ton of complex syntax. So I thought, why don't I just have AI write this code for me? This has got to be pretty easy. Okay, here we go. I'm going to copy this, go over to Strudel paste, and let's see what it sounds like. I did not realize just how bad AI was at writing Strudel JS code. So if I was ever going to fulfill my dream of becoming a rock star, I was going to have to teach the AI myself. I had to write an instruction manual for the AI that was the length of a short novel, and I spent months fine-tuning it. But wait, even if I get the AI to turn English into this magic music code, how am I going to actually jam with this thing? So this thing is going to have to listen to me talk and turn that into English text, which I will pass off into an AI so that we can generate Strudel JS code. Now that is going to actually play the music live. And all of this pretty much has to happen in real time so that I can jam with it. But right now, I just want to hear something play. So I grabbed the tool that I thought would get me there the fastest, which is Lovable. That way I could just describe what I wanted and it would build the whole app for me. But it wasn't going to be that easy. Lovable just built this whole app without any coding from my side. The problem is, it doesn't actually work. If I try to play anything that it writes, it fails. I tried it a couple of other times and had trouble getting it to make sound. But then finally, on the third try, I got something to work, but it still doesn't understand the syntax. And when I request changes, it doesn't start playing the music. So eventually I ended up switching over into Cursor, which is an AI code editor that is really more intended for developers and is just a lot more steerable. But even inside of Cursor, the AI agent just kept getting confused. So after like 3 hours of work, I pretty much just had to reset my code base and go read the Strudel documentation. After reading the docs, I know exactly the way that I want to do this, so hopefully it won't make the same mistakes that I made the first time I tried this. And after another hour of going back and forth with Cursor, trying to get this player to work, I finally got it. Yes! So let me show you how it works. We'll start with something simple. And then I'll say, add a bass. All right, add chords. Add a solo on top. Double the speed of the drums. And let's silence the bass and the chords. There it is. It is actually working end to end with the text. There's a few issues though. First, it still doesn't work with my voice, so I can't really jam with it. It looks more like a tech demo than a cool AI jam partner. And finally, I still had to write that instruction manual because it just kept making mistakes all the time. First things first, I started working on the voice part of this. Okay, looks like there's something called the Web Speech API. I'm going to give this a try. Add some chords. Add a bass line. Add some drums. It's actually working. This is pretty sweet. Okay, except I have no idea what is going on in the prompt right there. Why is it repeating like all the words that I said like 100 times? We'll fix it. Wow, I gotta say, that was a pretty trippy experience to just be able to talk and it's modifying the song. I'm gonna keep playing around with it and see what I can come up with. But first, I wanna make it look cool. I wanna give it some kind of futuristic AI vibe. So while it's transcribing, you can see a sort of glowing orb or some kind of visualization. I want it to react to the music and the voice. So I asked Cursor to build a HAL 9000 style visualization, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, that looks a little creepy. Let's give it a try. Add some hi-hats. Okay, so initially it looks like the pattern is responding to voice, but it is not responding to the music. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. And after a bunch of tweaking and adjusting, this is what we got. Turns out Strudel has a bunch of really great visualizations out of the box, and I was able to just mirror those onto this full screen in this sort of retro look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Toaster was looking really good at this point, so I thought I was nearly done. But under the hood, there was still a big problem. The AI kept making mistakes. It kept writing music code that didn't work and including things like made up sounds. I kept going back to the Strudel documentation and updating my own instruction manual. The docs were good for human readers, but I had to customize it to make it easier for the AI to understand. And I ended up with special docs for all the different sounds that it could make, different patterns, different notation, how to combine everything, and most importantly, a massive file of common mistakes that the AI kept making. And you might be wondering, how could I write these prompts if I didn't know Strudel JS? Wasn't the whole point of this project to avoid learning Strudel JS and writing it by hand? Yes, yes, it was. But I ended up learning Strudel JS just so I could teach it to the AI. And I'm so glad I did because it allowed me to create so much weird and wonderful music.
I can do that. I can do that.
So after all of this tuning, I was finally ready to play, right? Well, not exactly, because as the prompt grew, so did the amount of time it took for the AI to generate something. At this point, I was using a smart model and it would take like 10 seconds to generate any changes. This wasn't the real-time vision that I had in mind, but smaller, faster models would just keep generating syntax errors. So just as I was reaching the finish line, I got stuck. Thankfully, after lots of experimentation, I found a model that was smart enough and fast enough for what I wanted to do. Gemini 2.5 Flash. It wasn't the most creative or fun model, but at least it was accurate and worked more or less in real time. So slowly but surely, all of it came together and I was ready to finally play live. Remove everything but the hi-hat. Add a kick and snare. Add a bass, playing the note E2 in 5/8 Euclidean rhythm. Now make the bass fat and resonate between 300 Hz and 1200 Hz. Add chords playing in 7/16 Euclidean rhythm. double time breakdown. Jamming with Toaster was a ton of fun. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and let me know what I should build next. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.